Hi, welcome to Tiana's Wellness Corner. Today, I am bringing you a restorative practice. As we head into December, it can be a great time to slow things down, even as the world around us gets busier. December 21st marks the winter solstice, the longest hours of darkness. It is known as a time for regeneration, renewal, and self-reflection. So as we move today and as we hold and settle into our postures, maybe you use this time to reflect on your year 2022 and set an intention for what you would like 2023 to look like. Winter solstice is known as a time for intention setting. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started with some movement. So if you have a block handy, you can use one of those today. Not very much. We'll just use it for one of our postures. So it's totally not necessary if you don't have one today. Also, you could utilize a strap if you have a strap. If you don't have a strap, you could also use a towel, say a hand towel or even a bath towel. So we use the tools that we have for our practice. So we'll find our way into a comfortable seated position. So you can crisscross applesauce here and just rest your hands here on your knees. As you settle in, I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or even to soften your gaze down the tip of your nose. We want to turn our awareness inward. Trying to let go of any outside distractions. Turn your awareness to your breath. As you breathe in through your nose, fill your belly, fill your lungs with air. Exhale, open your mouth and sigh it out. Take that again, inhale, breathe in fully, deeply. Exhale, open your mouth, sigh it out. From here, you'll breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Stay connected to your breath as we move through our practice today. Take a nice, deep, even breath. I invite you to set an intention for this practice. What do you need here on the mat? And maybe that's to stay present, or maybe it is to use this time to start thinking about what 2022 held and what you would like 2023 to look like. So we'll start to integrate some movement here into our body. So go ahead and open your eyes. Place your hands on your shins. Inhale, draw your heart space forward. Lift your chest, draw your shoulder blades in towards each other. Exhale, round your back as you lean back. Your arms are drawn long and your chin comes close to your chest. Inhale, pull your heart space forward. Shoulders draw back. Exhale, round. Gaze in towards your belly. Your chin draws into your chest. Take two more. Inhale. Arch your back. Exhale as you round. Inhale. Pull your heart forward. Exhale. Feel the stretch in your upper back as you broaden. Inhale brings you back to center, to that easy seat. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, place your right hand down to the mat on the outside of your right hip. Your left arm reaches up and over. Inhale, both arms to the sky. Exhale, your right hand back down. Your left arm reaches up and over. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the right. This time we'll hold here. So you reach up and over through your left fingertips. Feel the stretch at your left waistband. Draw your left shoulder back as you spiral open. Inhale, both arms reach back to the sky. Exhale, your left hand down. Your right arm reaches up and over. Inhale to center, lengthen up. Exhale, back down. Inhale. Exhale. Hold it here. So you reach up and over through your right fingertips. Notice your right knee if it wants to lift or if your hip wants to lift. Energetically, gently press them down. Inhale, both arms reach back up. Exhale, bring your hands together at your heart space. So this is where you could use a block if you have one. You'll take your block in between your hands and reach your arms forward. So without the block, you're here. So the block is just extra. If you have it handy, we'll use it. Inhale at center, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, twist your torso to the right. So we're just moving our torso. Your hips stay neutral to the front. Come back to center as you inhale. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Strong in your arms, whether you have the block or not. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. We'll do one more. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center, and to the left. Really twist here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, we'll place our block down, or just release your hands. We'll find our way onto all fours, your tabletop position. So you'll swing your legs around. As you come to all fours, I want you to slide your knees back a few inches so that your knees are not right under your hips. And your hips, draw them forward. So you're nice and strong here. This is our supported plank pose. Take an inhale here. Exhale as you bend your elbows and lower all the way down to your belly. Nice and slow with control. So place your forearms down onto the mat. So your shoulders are over your elbows. And you make these number 11s. Think of them side by side with your arms. Your shoulders are over your elbows, the tops of your feet press into the mat. Draw your heart forward, like you want to pull your heart forward while sliding your hands back. They're not really going to move, but energetically, that's what's happening. Your heart draws forward. We're finding a bit of a back bend here. And we'll hold it here. So I want you to be comfortable. If this is uncomfortable for you, walk your hands a little further forward so that you take some of the bend out of your back, so it's not as big of a back bend. Because we're holding, I want you to be comfortable, so find what is comfortable while also feeling a bit of the challenge. You'll breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And because I would like this to be a practice of self-reflection, there will be pauses here. So I won't be saying all that much after we get into our shape. Inhale. Exhale, release. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Draw your arms down the sides of your body. And then turn to bring your ear down to the mat. One or the other, it doesn't matter. We're going to stretch both sides of our neck. So we'll just release here. Bring your gaze back to center. And we're going to bend our arms again with your elbows under your shoulders, just as we did previously, our Sphinx pose. So we can take Sphinx again. If you feel like you're able to, or you want to explore a bit of a bigger back bend, you'll separate your hands a little bit further apart and straighten into your arms. So we're not going to lock out our elbows and draw your shoulders up towards your ears, but you want soft elbows and your shoulders draw down away from your ears. So again, if you get into the shape and you decide that it's a bit too much of a back bend, you come back to that previous pose. So this is our seal pose. The tops of your feet press into the mat. You can gently engage your glutes. Draw your heart forward. So think about sliding the mat away from you with your hands. So find your shape and settle into your shape. Inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Gaze the other direction to stretch the other side of your neck and relax your arms down the sides of your body. Let's bring your gaze back to center. Stack your hands on top of each other and place your forehead down to the backs of your hands. Bend your right knee. So this could be where we use our strap. Again, it's not necessary. You may have the ability to reach back and take your hand to the top of your right foot. So this is our options, your hand to your foot, or to wrap your strap or a towel around your foot so that it gives you that length that maybe your arm doesn't have. And whichever version you're taking, we want our knee to press down, our knee and our thigh to press down into the mat, your pelvis to press down into the mat. So we'll rest back into the shape. You can stack your hands and place your forehead on the back of your hand here. So it is an active pose as you press your knee and thigh and your pelvis into the earth. So you feel a stretch on your upper right thigh. Notice if you start to come out of this shape, you can always bring your towel or your strap a little further forward so you get that stretch on your right thigh. We'll slowly release. Release your right leg down the mat. And we'll switch sides. So taking your hand or your strap or towel to your foot and draw your heel in towards your seat. Press your knee and thigh into the mat, your pelvis into the mat, and feel the stretch on the top of your right thigh. So we're getting a quadricep stretch here. Rest your head, maybe on the backs of your hands or on the earth. And then stay connected to what you feel here. We'll slowly release. And you'll set your any props that you used off to the side. Slide your hands under your shoulders. You'll tuck your toes and press up using your knees, coming to a tabletop position. From tabletop, bring your big toes to touch. Take your knees wide. Send your seat to your feet. Walk your hands forward and bring your forehead down to rest on the mat. So this is a nice counter pose to the back bends that we did. So each inhale, fill up. Each exhale, settle into the shape as you press your feet towards your feet. And shift back up to that tabletop position. So you slide your hands back so your wrists are under your elbows, under your shoulders, and bring your knees back under your hips. Inhale, reach your right arm out to the side and up towards the sky. So stretch your fingertips up, press the mat away with your left hand, reach up. Exhale, slide your right arm under your left side. Come down onto the right side of your face. Your left hand can stay where it is. Or you can walk it forward and slightly back, use your hand to the mat as leverage to find this twist. So maybe you feel this right around your right shoulder blade, as well as the left side of your body. Your hips are lifted. Gaze up and under your left arm. And again, we're going to hold in this posture. So stay connected to your breath. See if you can keep the pose engaging. So with each inhale, fill up, and each exhale, maybe twist just a little deeper, gazing under your left arm. And slowly unwind. So you place your left hand right again, right around your face. Reach your right arm out and back up towards the sky. Stretch up. Then place your right hand down to the earth. Inhale. Reach your left arm out and up to the sky. Stretch up. Exhale. Sweep your left arm under your right side. Come down onto your left shoulder and the left side of your face. And we'll take this, exactly what we did on the other side, we'll do that here. So you can keep your right hand near your face, your elbow bent, and use your hand as leverage, or you stretch your right arm forward and gaze under your right shoulder, no matter where you are. You find the twist. I'll stay connected to your breath. Slowly, we'll unwind. Reach your left arm back out and up to the sky. Stretch up. Exhale, place your hand down to the earth. So this next pose, we'll keep our knees under our hips. So keep your knees where they are. And your hips lifted over your knees. Walk your hands forward, as far forward as you can. Bring your chest towards the earth. And bring your forehead down to the mat. This is our puppy dog pose. You lengthen the sides of your body. Stretch your shoulders. And it is a heart opener. The back side of your body is nice and open here. Know that if this is ever too much, you can always bend your elbows and rest your forearms on the mat. That'll take some of the pressure off of your shoulders. Keep your hips lifted. And stay connected to your breath. We'll walk our hands back in until you're back in your tabletop position with your shoulders over your wrists. So I'm going to turn to face you and the long edge of the mat. And you might want to do the same for this next pose. It'll feel nice to keep your knees on the mat. So what we'll do here is separate your knees as far out as feels comfortable for you. So just past your hips, if that's comfortable, you'll know right away. So we'll walk our knees out and align your ankles with your knees. Flex your feet so your toes point towards the edges, the upper right corners of your mat. So once here, you press your seat back towards your feet or towards that long edge of your mat and come down onto your forearms. So this is an inner thigh stretch, hip stretch. So you could stay right here. You could always bring your knees in closer if this is more intensity than you would like, or to find even more intensity, you would separate your knees a little further apart. So I'm going to just show you what this looks like from the side so you get an idea of where your hips are. So you're here, press your hips back into space. You come onto your forearms or even the backs of your hands. So we will settle into this shape. So find something that you can hold. Another note, if this does not feel good on your knees, because maybe of the padding on your mat or the flooring that you're on, you could put a towel under your knees or even fold or roll in your mat to give you some extra cushioning. So if you're on your forearms, come back up onto your palms. Walk your knees in until they're back under your hips. And I'm gonna come back to the long side of my mat. So you're on your knees for that supported plank pose. Bend your elbows lower all the way down to your belly. Relax your arms down the sides of your body and bring your left ear down to the mat. And we'll just take a belly down Shavasana for a few breaths so that we can release the previous poses and allow them to just work through your body. Maybe you come back to the intention that you set for this practice, or maybe you're using this time to reflect on last year, reflect on 2023. Bring your gaze back down, the center of your mat. Place your palms under your shoulders. Press back up to tabletop. And we'll swing our legs around to the top of your mat, coming to a seated position. Take your right leg at a slight angle to the right corner of your mat. Bend your left knee and place the sole of your foot at your inner right thigh. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist and fold over your right leg. Take your hands either to your shins, to your ankle, or to the outside of your foot. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, fold your body down. Rest your torso on your right thigh. So this could be a great place to use your block under your forehead so you can rest into the shape. Or you could rest your forehead on your thigh or your knee. Inhale, let's come up. And we'll switch sides. So straighten your left leg out. Bend your right knee, the sole of your foot at your inner left thigh. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, twist and fold over your left leg. And your hands are going to find something to hold on to. It may be different than it was on the other side. No judgment. Find what works here in this space. So again, your forehead might rest on your knee or your thigh, or you can use your block if you have one available. Gently flex your foot so you feel the stretch along the back side of your left leg. Slowly come up. And exhale, extend your right leg down the mat. So with both legs extended down the mat, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Then you'll reach for something, whether that's your ankles or the outsides of your feet. This could be a good time to use your strap or your towel just to give you that leverage to hold on to something and to bring your body down to rest on top of your legs. And slowly make your way up to that the seated position. Bend your knees, slide onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Give them a nice squeeze here as you rock gently from side to side. Press your low back into the mat as you rock, and it'll feel like you're giving yourself a little massage on your low back. Let both knees rest to the right. So your left knee is going to stack on top of your right knee. Your right hand can anchor your knees down. Your left arm, reach it out and take your gaze past your left fingertips. This is a gentle twist. With each inhale, fill up, and exhale as you soften into the shape. Inhale, come up to your center. And exhale, take your knees to the left. So your right knee is stacked on top. Your left hand anchors your knees down. Reach your right arm out and your gaze follows your fingertips. Inhale, come back to center. Hug your knees back into your chest. Take your hands to the outsides of your feet as you press the soles of your feet up towards the sky. Bend your knees and open your legs out. This is happy baby. And in your happy baby, perhaps you rock from side to side. As you rock back to center, hug your knees in one final time. Bring your forehead up to meet your knees so you're in this nice little ball. And release everything long down the mat. So your legs extend down the mat, your arms draw down the sides of your body. Relax your jaw. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Soften the space in between your eyes. Now close your eyes. And for these next few minutes, we'll find stillness here in your body. Letting go of any thoughts. Just enjoying these last few minutes of stillness. Bring some awareness back to your breath. Awareness to the space around you. Some gentle movement into your body. As you start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Circle your ankles and wrists. Rock your head gently from side to side. Bend your knees and roll over onto your side. Use the strength of your arms to press up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands together at your heart space. Thank you for allowing me to share my practice with you. May you have a beautiful, peaceful rest of your day, a beautiful holiday season. Namaste.